Yeah, oh yeah. See, my, personally, after looking at this, my feeling is put it back up.
Me too, I've only got one bid for,
Because this isn't apples to apples. It's not even supposed to be in that way. Yeah, and some of these, I don't even understand how we accept some of the bids.
We only have one bid
You
for
know what I mean? What's the
yeah,
fact?
to me, if you get a toss,
When I look at some of this breakdown here,
I thought the whole.
Good,
lot
nice.
was rid of all of
when it comes to the prices they're trying to charge us.
it.
The other thing is, what I don't understand is,
Not me.
they have here, on one line they have management, one employee dollars an hour,
Yeah, that-
$81,250. Then down below they got contract manager fee, $71,451. How much money do they want to charge us to manage this place?
I think we should manage.
And why are we paying $30,000 for them for insurance? What's that all about?
See, we have all these questions,
Why don't we have
always got to answer.
somebody that's, in other words, instead of having Joe Trev have an assistant for 15 hours a week, what we should be doing is hiring a building manager of our own for just this place, to oversee OR&L, any cleaning contracts that we have here, okay, among others. All right, why should we pay them to oversee themselves? All that money.
In the beginning, when they went out, when they decided to hire Orr, the feeling then was because of all the technology in the building, that they needed somebody to really manage a building like this. And we did not have the men and they did not have the knowledge to handle a building like this, and that's how that started.
Yeah, I know, but I think over
Now,
over
after
time,
10 years,
I don't think they've proven that they know how to handle it either.
you're late and you're being followed. Down to the can.
Hi, Howard.
Is that over there? Is the hat over there? Okay.
Hi, I guess you opened up the meeting already. Alright, so obviously this is a subcommittee.
Nobody would have.
No, we were
You opened the meeting?
we were just
No.
trying to show you.
You're the automatic director, you're the chairman.
7:10 for, just 30 minutes now.
You got 7:10.
16.
6:10, sorry.
6'5".
Alright, we closed bids last week on several aspects of this building, along with other schools. You've got a brief synopsis for your evaluation, so we can come up with some kind of report back to the full board, back to the superintendent's office for evaluation and discussion and whatever. I think the first thing we have to discuss, and John's going to be here tonight, as he said he was. There's been some talk about us taking certain aspects of the existing contract,
Which one? Which one are you?
the O&L contract,
Okay.
such as security. John's been talking about taking over the security contract in-house for a number of months now. We've also been talking about the $81,000 I guess we spend on a management fee, where we're paying somebody $81,000 to basically manage their own contract. And in essence, that's what that boils down to. Obviously, us as a board should have a concern with it. We can do something a lot more constructive and save some money in the interim by bringing it in-house, whether it be management or security, just like we took in the HVAC contract in 3 years ago, I think it was, when we started saving a lot of money in that respect. So there's a lot of areas of the existing contract that I think we first have to decide on which avenue we're going to look to take, either to save money or to get some people within the system to become a little more responsible for the kind of monies that they're getting paid, and where we want to go with this new contract. Either if it's in its entirety as it sits now, or if it's broken down as it's been broken down for the bidding purposes. to have these companies come back with their numbers, which are all over the board. And I gotta be honest with you, I spoke to Frank earlier this morning on the bid process itself, and the numbers weren't right to begin with on the specification sheets at 260 square feet, 1,000 square feet versus what we know to be 300,000 square feet. That's a significant number. When you've got 40,000 square feet that's up out in the sky someplace, and we don't know if that's 40,000 square feet of carpet, of vinyl, of cinder block, or tile, and we're just yelling, as I was doing that day in the middle of the foyer, saying, oh, by the way, people, the number's wrong, use 300 as a number. I mean, we're not talking pennies here, people. We're talking, significant.
Where'd you get that number from,
Which one?
300?
The 300 was, I think, from Paul Rizza, who had said that he had, it wasn't from you. I don't know, Janice? First of all, 300 is always a figure I thought we used up here. I always had heard that 300 figure as far as square footage of this building. Am I wrong with that assumption? That that's not the number that we've ever employed up here?
Does anybody know how many?
No, I think you're right about the 300, but one thing I learned the other day was that it's not 300 square feet of cleanable stuff, you
Okay.
have the studs in the wall.
I thought I heard
and
that, yeah.
stuff,
Okay.
So that mitigated that number of 300,000 square feet. I think the building is a total of 300,000 square feet, maybe a little more because of the outbuilding up there,
Right.
the outside. Didn't that come up? Yeah,
Why did they clean that?
yeah, it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was an additional,
Have they?
yeah, they've been cleaning. Well, that wasn't in the bid spec either. That's something that had to be announced.
And also, isn't that a seasonal thing? It's not a full-time,
Yeah, that's easy.
place that has to be cleaned every, right?
It's spring and fall. They don't use it during the winter months. They use it during the fall, obviously, for football, and during the springtime for baseball and softball and track activities. But again, if the 300 is somewhat of an ambiguous figure, does it bring it down to 260? I mean, 20,000 square feet, something big that entails thousands of dollars worth of some kind of cleaning, whether it be carpet or tile or something. I just don't like the way it was bid out to begin with. But then again, we as board members are not supposed to be the one with the expertise to dissect and crunch, but
Well, before you got here, I was going over a little bit of my concerns, and I highlighted some of them, just on the LRL thing alone. They have, the first line says 10 employees at $12.25 per hour, plus fringe at $2.25, equals $14.50 an hour. And the grand total for that is $233,966. The very next item is 2 maintenance mechanics at $15.50 an hour, which is $1 less. And that total comes to $163,150. I mean, the numbers just don't add up to me. 10 versus. The other thing is, they have a chief building engineer with no price on it, $37.50 an hour. They have overtime of $6,500, I don't know what that's about. They have a management personnel person, one employee at $30 an hour for $81,250. And then down below that, they have contractor management fee, $71,450. A contract is charged for insurance. I would question why are we paying the insurance?
And I don't think that, move up to the middle of the page.
Okay,
20 employees,
yeah.
that should be 2. Why would we go from 2 on top to 20 down the bottom?
Yeah, I don't know.
That doesn't look right.
This whole thing doesn't look right to me. But
I-
just take this management position right here at $81,000 and this charge of maintenance fee of $71,000. You're looking at $150,000 roughly of management fees. To me, we're gonna be paying $150,000 to somebody to overlook themselves,
Yeah,
essentially.
exactly.
And we don't have anybody to overlook them.